Hey guys, welcome back to Bible study. We've been going through a series on the gnarly stories of Scripture. Last week we talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and their immense trust in God to deliver them from the furnace. And this week we're going to be talking about another story of trust, Daniel in the lion's den. Now, how many of you guys remember when you were a kid and you went to the zoo for the first time? And you saw all these crazy animals, these bears, these gorillas, these birds, these fish, and all of a sudden you come to the lions. And you see a lion for the first time. And you just see this huge creature with a majestic mane, huge body, just massive teeth, just chilling on a rock, basking in the sun. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I was very thankful for that pane of glass between me and that creature. Daniel would have been very thankful for a pane of glass if it had been available in this story. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So our story takes place in Daniel chapter 6. Daniel has been appointed this high ruler over Babylon. Not quite king, there's still King Darius ruling over Babylon, but he's pretty much like second, third in command. He's up there. Now the people who were underneath him didn't like how he had such favor with the king, and they set out to try to kill him. And they did everything they possibly could to find fault in him. And what they settled on doing was attacking who he worshipped. And so they go to the king and they convince the king that he needs to build a law that says no one can be worshipped except him. The king, in his drunk mindset, is like, yeah, I love being worshipped. Let's do it. Builds this law, can't be undone. Daniel gets caught and he's brought before the king to be judged. And the king basically says, dude, I can't believe this happened. I hope your God can deliver you from this. And they throw Daniel into a lion's den right outside of town. And the king can't sleep all night that night because he wants to know that Daniel is safe. And at first light, he runs to the tomb. He calls for Daniel's name, and Daniel responds. Now check out how Daniel responds. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouth of the lions. They have not hurt me because I was found innocent in his sight, nor have I ever done any wrong before you, your majesty. And at this, the king was overjoyed and gave orders to lift Daniel out of the den. And when Daniel was lifted out of the den, no wounds were found on him because he had trusted in his God. So I want to challenge you guys. Last week we talked about putting our trust in Jesus, and we talked about what it means to put our trust in Jesus and how that looks. Now I want you guys to trust that God knows what's best and that he is the one that you should follow, and watch what happens because of it. We'll see you guys next week.